welcome back to my channel. My name is Monica. This is my knitting channel called Worsted Witch, in which I share all of the fun things that I get up to in knitting and crafting and my progress on some of the projects that I'm working on. This is going to be, I believe, episode 7 of my Vlogtober series, in which I am documenting my progress specifically with the Stephen West Mystery Knit Along 2021 called Shawlography, and I actually added the Spooky Sock Make Along 2021, hosted by Moonglow Yarn Company, Natalie from Knitty Natty, and I forgot to mention this last time, but Kay from the Crazy Sock Lady as well. She also is hosting the Spooky Sock Make Along. So I wanted to come on here and share my progress with both projects. I'm very excited to make this video today. This is going to be a lot shorter than my last video just because my last video was like 45 minutes long and it was basically like 2 videos in one, so I apologize. This video will be significantly shorter. But yeah, I just want to go ahead and share my progress. As a bit of a disclaimer, these videos are intended to show my progress with each project, excuse me, and so I will be showing my Shawlography Mystery Knit Along and my Spooky Sock, so if you don't want to see either one, and if you want them to be a complete surprise to you, feel free to go ahead and skip this video and maybe watch it at a later time. Okay, so let me go ahead and share with you my progress on Shawlography. Let's start with Shawlography first. And I still have it in my Murder Shows and Comfy Clothes bag. This one is a big bag. It's like a big tote bag, and as you can see, it's totally full. It's just like, it's getting heavy too. Also, I have to like not carry it everywhere, which is tough. So, okay, so I also don't have my knitting on stoppers yet again. I did it in the last video and I took them off and I shouldn't have done that. Anyway, so here we are. I have finished clue 3 of the Shawlography. So hopefully I'm getting some good lighting. We're having a bit of a rainy one here in Washington, which again is as per the usual, and there's not a lot of good lighting right now, so hopefully this is okay. But let me go ahead and share you. So I have, this is section 10, which is I actually did the brioche option, which there is another option called the mesh eyelets option. I didn't do that one. I did do brioche. So mine is brioche here. And then I finished section 11, which are these crisscrosses, which showed up really, really cool. I have a bit of footage from me doing the crisscrosses, as you probably, I don't know how I'm going to edit this, but hopefully you saw that in the beginning a little bit of me doing the crisscrosses. I had a bit of trouble doing the crisscrosses in the beginning, just because when you do the yarn overs, or the wraps, I should say, when you do the wraps on each, you have to do 4 wraps on each stitch. And when you do them, it can get a little bit tight. So I really tried to keep the wraps loose when I was doing the crisscross, and I recommend that because when you go back and have to do the actual crisscross section, it makes it a little bit easier to maneuver the stitches on the needles if they're not so tight. So that's one thing that I had to kind of get used to with these crisscrosses, but this was a new technique for me. I've never done the crisscrosses before, but I really like how they turned out. I think they're really a cool effect. And as you can see, I did incorporate that dark purple again for the crisscrosses, which I actually really like. So it turns out like this. So instead of using color C, which for me would be just this light gray right here in the triangle section, I ended up using the purple for that. And I'm really liking the effect. It still looks like a jewel to me. The Shawlography Mystery Knit Along looks like just a massive gem. But yeah, it's turning out really cool. I'm really wondering where this project is going to go or how we're going to end this Shawlography Mystery Knit Along. I'm sure a lot of people are wondering the same thing, but because of the shape that it is right now, it's not a perfect like half circle or anything like that. And I'm just wondering where this is going and what the end is going to be. I feel like, well, I won't share my final thoughts on the Shawlography yet. I'll share it in the next video or when I have it completed. But yeah, so I'm just wondering where this is going essentially. But overall, I will say that this is a very fun knit so far. There's a lot of new techniques that I've done, a lot of different textures in this shawl, which I will go over probably in the next video or in the last video for Shawlography. I'll go over just kind of final thoughts on Shawlography and how everything went. But I will say that it is quite a fun knit. So if you're looking for something that's really, really fun, I recommend Shawlography. It's different and you get to learn a lot of new different things, and it's just quite fun. So I recommend it. But yeah, so here is my Shawlography. Getting almost there. I am waiting for Friday, which I think is tomorrow because today is Thursday. Yeah, it is. Tomorrow is Friday. So tomorrow the fourth and final clue will come out and I will look at it, see what my final thoughts are, see if I can finish it all, and probably will get back to you on Shawlography probably this weekend. I have some other things that I'm doing this weekend, but I will try to do a bit of filming. I will try to do a bit of filming for Shawlography and let you know where I'm at with that. So yeah, so that's where we are. I'm going to carefully put Shawlography back into its murder show bag, but since I don't have stoppers on it, I'm trying to be careful because I don't want it to get snagged or fall off or anything like that. Okay, so that's Shawlography, and then let me go ahead and share with you my progress on the spooky sock make along. Now I know that I am definitely not going to finish these, well not definitely, but I won't finish these fully before Halloween. But that's totally okay with me. I'm just taking part because it sounds fun. And yeah, so let me go ahead and share with you where I'm at. The pattern that I chose to use for the spooky sock make along is not the color palette socks by, I think that's by Kay from the Crazy Sock Lady. Forgive me if that's wrong, but I didn't choose to use the color palette sock template. I ended up using a different pattern called Spooky Socks. It's actually called Spooky Socks. Very customizable pattern. I will put a picture somewhere so you guys can see what that sock looks like. But here is my version. I finished the first sock. So I cannot remember where I was when I left you guys with this sock and where I had ended. I think I was still down here after having just finished the candy corn section. I think I was still right about here when I left you guys the last time. I've done quite a bit of knitting, as you can see on the sock from where it is. And these are the little designs that I put on it. So most of these designs are actually in the pattern when you purchase it. So the only ones that are not in the pattern are these little pumpkins here. So I will show you. So I start with the ghosties, I move on to the cats. I have 2 sections of candy corns with a stripe in between. And then I have some really cool bats, as you can see. I think they're really, really neat. I have this sort of zigzag line here, and then I have these really cool skulls, which turned out amazing. So I have the skulls. Then I had decided to do these little pumpkins because there was a jack-o'-lantern pattern, but I didn't want the jack-o'-lantern so much. I just wanted a pumpkin. So I decided to do little tiny ones. And they mostly look like dots now that I'm looking at it, but they're supposed to be pumpkins. These are little orange pumpkins here. And then I have on top of the orange pumpkins in the middle, I have these jack-o'-lanterns here, which are not really jack-o'-lanterns. They're just smiley faces, to be honest. But they're supposed to be jack-o'-lanterns, if you can see. Anyway, and then I have another little tiny pumpkins, little pink pumpkins that I put on there because I thought that would be cute. And then I have another little zigzag before I get to the final design, which are these awesome graveyard. This awesome graveyard. Isn't that cute? I love the graveyard. I love the graveyard at the top. I did a 1x1 ribbing at the top here, and then I binded it off last night, and I did a loose bind off for that because it says to do a loose bind off. So yeah, so that is the final sock pattern that I'm going to have for both socks. This sock, and this is my first time doing socks, so I'm not too familiar with things, and I had a few problems that I will talk about at maybe a later time. But this sock does have an afterthought heel. So I put a piece of waste yarn right there where the heel is going to go. I don't really know how to do an afterthought heel, and I looked it up last night and I found a really cool video on it. I can't remember the name of the person that does the video, but if I find that information, I will put it down below so you guys can check it out. But I found a good video on how to do an afterthought heel, so I will take that advice. But what I'm gonna do, I think, is I'm going to knit the second sock fully. I'm gonna go ahead and start with the second sock. I'll start from the toe and go up. So I'm gonna start on the second sock, and then once I have both socks completed, I will do the heel, because I just think that I don't really want to do the heel yet until I have the second sock for some reason. So I'm going to start on the second sock probably today, if not tomorrow, and see how far I can get with it. I will say that this sock was knit because I've never done socks before and I don't really know how they're supposed to go, and I haven't really found my groove with socks yet. I knit this sock on one pair of 24-inch circular needles, I think they are, or maybe they're 36-inch, I don't know, but circular needles. They were Addi Turbos, size 1, and I love those needles except for the fact that they just kept curling at the end. As you can see probably in my last video, I was having some issues with that, and it just got to be really, really annoying. For the entire length of the sock, I just was so annoyed with that cord, that curly cord at the end. So I have decided that for the second sock, I'm actually gonna not use that needle. I'm going to use a pair of double point needles and knit these up, or knit the second one up with double point needles. I'm trying to find some Addi, not Addi, yeah, they are Addi. I'm trying to find some Addi flexi tip, flexi, or maybe not flexi tip, they're just called like flexi needles, some flexi double points. I'm trying to find those, but if I can't find those, I'm just gonna use the regular straight double point needles. So yeah, that is where I'm at for the sock. Finish the first one, we'll start with the second one soon and see how far I get before Halloween. I don't think I'll finish them before Halloween, but whatever, it's totally fine. I will be participating though as well, I will say, in the next sock make along hosted by Knitting Natty, I think, which is the Sockmas 2021. And again, I've never participated before, so this is all new to me. But I think for that one is the same kind of deal. I can choose any pattern that I like. She does have some collaborations with some yarn makers and some hand dyers that are making some of the yarn that you can use for that knit along. I think I will try to purchase at least one of those. And yeah, we'll go from there. That's all I'll say about that, just because I don't really have a ton of information yet. So yeah, so that is where I am right now. This is, like I said, it's going to be just a short video. Hopefully you guys are okay with that. Hopefully you guys are loving both knit-alongs. If you're taking part in the Spooky Sock make-along, have fun. It doesn't matter if you finish before Halloween, but it would be cool. If you are taking part in the Shawlography mystery knit-along, I hope you are having a wonderful time with Shawlography, because I know I certainly am. Hopefully you guys are having fun with it. Hopefully if you did the brioche section and you've never done the brioche before, that it's going well. I am crossing my fingers with you all and sending you the good energy for that one, because I know brioche is a little bit scary for a lot of people. So yeah, so that is where I'm going to go ahead and end this video. Like I said, it is going to be a short one, so I will see you all in the next video. The next clue, like I said, does come out tomorrow. So I probably won't film tomorrow, but I will film over the weekend and let you know where I'm at with the fourth and final clue. I'm very, very excited to get it, as you can see. Yeah. I also realized, before I end this video, I wanted to say, I also realized that I've been doing these videos for this Vlogtober series, specifically talking about Shawlography, and I have not actually made an episode 2 of my regular Worsted Witch podcast or Worsted Witch channel. So I haven't had one come out yet because I've just been so preoccupied with Vlogtober that I haven't made an episode 2 of my regular knitting channel. So I am going to make that pretty soon. I'll do sort of a monthly wrap-up style in which I will talk about all of the projects that I have finished, if there are any, and I will also talk about the projects that I am working on, because there's going to be quite a lot of them. So yeah, I will have that video, the episode 2 of my regular channel, come out fairly soon. You might get 2 videos from me this weekend or this next week. So we'll see where I'm at with that. So yeah, I just wanted to say that before I kind of ended this video, because it is coming out. I just have been preoccupied. Okay, so that's all for me for today. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I am loving all of the new comments and new viewers and everything new happening on this channel. It's starting to feel like a small community so far, and I'm absolutely loving it. I also think I'm up to date with all of the comments. If I haven't responded to you, I apologize, but I will, because I like to respond to everyone because it feels like more of a community. So thank you so much. Happy knitting. Have a wonderful day.